Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you're well. Today I have with me again the Ju, who is from California. I had the opportunity to have Ju on the channel presenting his beautiful creative practice. But today, Ju, you're going to share with us about your dreams and hopes, perhaps, for manifesting a positive reality on our beautiful planet Terra, the Earth. So without further ado, welcome, Ju, and share with us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and what your dreams would be.
Thank you, Abigaëlle. Well, this has been my favorite pastime of the last 20 years. Imagining what the world would be like after the Great Awakening.
Yeah.
And so one of the things I feel like that's going to happen more and more is that this veil that separates dimensions is going to get thinner and thinner.
Mm-hmm.
And humanity is going to be waking up more and more to the reality of that there are multiple densities, dimensions, and so this veil that's going to be that's been maintaining this illusion of time and space. I feel like it's in a way it's the cause of many of the world's problems.
Yeah.
Basically, this fear of death.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially the cause of many of our problems, and I feel like as the veil continues to thin, it's gonna take away a lot of this fear.
Yeah.
And one of the things that's gonna help us move forward, and I feel like is in the future, once we're part of the galactic community, is are these technologies that will enable us to explore past, future, things like past lives and our soul journey. And so one of the things I'm looking forward to is visiting all these libraries that we've been hearing about, these halls of records, and I mean, we can do all these things. We're gonna be able to do all these things ourselves, but the technology is a useful stepping stone towards that.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, and like just hearing about all this technology, it's pretty mind blowing. Mm-hmm. Like these tablets that enable us to basically experience events of the past. Mm-hmm. Whether it's historical events or past lives, and that we're experiencing these events as if we're living in, and that's one thing I'm really looking forward to. Like so these libraries, like we've heard JP talking about visiting, I think it was Ganymede, one of the libraries there, and Elena talks about the library on the Nibiru ship. And we know there are halls of records in inner Earth as well. Mm-hmm. That's gonna be pretty awesome.
Absolutely. And what would you see yourself? How do you see yourself using this type of knowledge? Is it in a particular type of practice you would like to do, or just simply for the pleasure of curiosity of learning more about yourself and the past and present, well, the future, I guess?
Well, yeah, being a storyteller, it's going to be pretty much doing. I'll be doing my homework.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Yeah, that would be one of the reasons, and I feel like even when all this stuff becomes available, people might still be reluctant or not interested in doing these things. So I see myself sort of as being an advocate for exploring all these things that are going to be available.
Yeah.
The exploring our soul journey, learning about galactic history and things like that. And it's just I feel like right at this point, a lot of people are gonna still have problem like wrapping their heads around being able to do all these things. Like it's essentially, I feel like it's we're temporarily leaving this avatar in a way, and just having different experiences, but not in a, like, that's the linear way of which a lot of us perceive that we have to go about, where a soul incarnates and lives an entire life, and then transitions. And I feel like the more our consciousness raises, and the more we move on to higher densities, I feel like that's not necessarily that there'll be a time where we don't feel like it's necessary to even go through that linear process.
Yeah.
And I feel I've always felt one of the things about being multidimensional is you can essentially pick an experience, and you can pick a chosen point to start and exit. Like in a way, it's kind of like in a streaming video, you can choose when you want to start watching the video and finish. And I feel like this is something which say 30 years ago, when we only had analog technology, we a lot of us wouldn't even have imagined being able to do something like that. And I was watching an old interview with George Van Tassel. He was an ET contactee from the 60s, and he was telling the interviewer about video recording technology. And back then it's not like VCRs were not something that was was widely known about. And the interviewer was having trouble trying to wrap his brain around the idea that you can record a broadcast and like rewind and forward and go forward, and I feel like this is kind of what a lot of us have trouble thinking about right now, because we're so used to being locked into this
plane of existence that's linear.
And I feel like by raising our consciousness, we can get into that mindset, and the more we get into that mindset, the more our consciousness will rise. So it's going to be a snowball effect.
Absolutely. It's interesting. And, as Elena was saying, it's also a question of gravity. The reason why we see our reality into a linear form is due to the gravity of our planet. But if we are traveling around in other planes, this gravity does not apply necessarily. And then we're fully able to be multidimensional, which was going to be super exciting as well, to experience all kinds of parts of ourselves, which our souls are very big.
Yeah.
How do you... Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, because we have a couple of 3 or 4 minutes left. Tell me, Zhu, how would you integrate all this knowledge and self-experience regarding the multidimensional aspect in your own creativity? Because you are, you're a storyteller, as you say in the comics that you create, but also you draw. So would it be visual? Would it be just the actual plot or the story, or how do you see this taking form in your practice?
Yeah, I mean, I see this, storytelling evolving as well, and it has been evolving. I feel like over the decades, kind of like the linear type of storytelling, where you have a beginning, middle, and ending. I guess what you call classical form of storytelling has been kind of being utilized less these days, and it's become quite common to begin a story in the middle and then go back and forth. So I see myself experimenting with that kind of thinking.
Wow.
More and more.
That's really exciting.
And visually as well.
Yeah. It's also something we see in cinema as well a lot in the last few years, this play with scenes and different timelines and things. It's really fascinating, and it makes us travel and expand consciousness. So I think that what you're going to bring in that way will definitely help, because this is also part of your mission. I'm sorry, is to also expand people's experiences of themselves and disclosure through what you create, and this will be a way to expand their minds as well. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Do you have a last few words before we part, or is there a few things you would like to share with us?
Just that it's while it's going to be awesome, going to other planets and even other galaxies. I feel like that one of the things I'm looking forward to the most is actually being able to explore inner Earth. And it's one of the saddest ironies that we know so much about our solar system, all these other planets and other constellations, but we don't even know the nooks and crannies of our own planet. And I feel like there's a reason why all that is hidden. But I feel like it's going to come out more and more. And I'm still waiting to see like an actual map of inner Earth. I can't wait to see that.
The equivalent of the Middle Earth map of Tolkien's, but in a different. It's going to be exciting. I agree with you, and it's like you say, there is as much below as there is upstairs of really amazing people to meet and experiences to have on a multidimensional level. So absolutely. So you're gonna be the storyteller of Terra with your beautiful creativity, your creations, your comics, and your what you bring to the world with your creativity, which is really beautiful. So I invite the viewers who don't know Zhu's work to the website is under the image here. So if people want to explore Zhu's work, you're welcome to do so. He does incredible things. And Zhu, I want to thank you immensely. It's already 15 minutes. Time flies when we do these interviews. I want to thank you for coming on the channel to share about your creative endeavors, but also curiosity, immense curiosity regarding the multidimensional aspects of ourselves and out there in Earth. So thank you. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you, Abigaëlle. It's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure on my side as well. Take great care of yourself, and let's hope that this time will come soon and that we won't have to wait too long before we can explore these beautiful places you talk about, these libraries and halls of records and everything. I look forward to it very much myself as well. All right. Take care of yourself, too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, beautiful soul. Are you on a spiritual journey and sometimes you struggle to find your direction, or you feel you need some support, especially in those times of transition? I know you have all the resources and the answers within yourself, since you are a fractal of Source, as I am. But in times of need, I'm happy to offer some support, high frequencies, and intuitive pointers to simply guide you in finding back the connection to the wisdom of your higher self. I'm an intuitive transmitter and creative, and I wish to be at the service of others. So I propose 2 modalities to offer you support. That is intuitive transmission sessions called IT and creative intuitive transmission sessions called CIT. Both offer intuitive guidance and high frequencies, and at least a private Zoom exchange where we can discuss the guidance received for you and offer support in regard to a maximum of 5 questions you might have. For more information about these intuitive sessions or to book a session with me, I invite you to visit my website at abigaillerichard.com/intuitive sessions, and I look forward to meet you. Bye.